Look at that. It's like a sports car. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with the truck. Check out the inventory and link below. Let's get into the video. So under the hood of this particular Laramie, we have the 6.7 liter Cummins. It's an inline 6. It goes through a 6-speed automatic transmission known as the 68 RFE. That is the sole transmission you can get for the 2500 series truck. And then aside from that, power output's 370 horsepower and then 850 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the truck. So first off, notice that we've got our 2500 heavy duty badge right there. We've got the full LED lights that come with the Laramie. They are reflector LEDs. And then notice we've got the fog lights down below with the parking sensors in the front. We've got our blacked out tow hooks, all chrome front grille with our front camera right there below the A and the Ram logo. And there's the front end. So coming around the front here, we've got 18-inch wheels. Wrapped around that, we've got 275mm tires. In the rear, same setup. We've got the basic chrome design for the wheels. There's a suspension in the front. We've got the fender flares that come with the Laramie package. We've got our Cummins badge right here that's finished in chrome to match all the other chrome accenting. The mirrors are also chrome, and then also there's chrome in the middle of the door handles. And then you can see that we've got the coil suspension in the back end. That's part of the 2500 series trucks. And wait for it. Wait for it. Wait a little bit longer. There's your full side view. Now here's our key fob. It has the Ram logo on the back. You've got your unlock, lock, remote start, and then the drop down for the tailgate. As that's dropping down, we've got a payload capacity of 2,169 pounds, towing capacity in the higher teens. And you guys notice this one's got the fifth wheel prep. You've got an outlet in there. You've got all the plugins and everything. And we've got a 6.4 bed on this particular truck. You can get a spray and bed liner from the factory. This one doesn't have it. And then also got the LED cargo light there at the top with the cargo camera. And bye. Now let's finish things up in the rear. So first off, we've got the LED taillights, which are now popped on. Pretty neat. Got all of our chrome badging here on the back end. We've got the chrome bumper with the parking sensors at the bottom. You've got the exhaust tip sticking out the rear, and there's the full side view. Well, 3/4 angle. I don't know what I'm talking about. Fire me. Now here's the door panel in the rear. Notice we've got all the nice leather here with the Alcantara, and we've got the wood trim just up above. We've got the normal Laramie seats with the leather and, well, actually suede. Anyways, notice you got the piping on the seat. We've got the ice buckets. We've got the under-seat storage. And then you can see we've got the outlet with some USBs. Now, they haven't changed anything with the cab, so this is the same size since 2019, if you're wondering. And bye. Now, here's the door panel in the front. So again, we've got all the leather trim here with the wood trim, and then we've got the suede. We've got all of our window controls. We've got the power folding mirror button, memory seats. We've got the adjustments for the convex mirror, and then you can just adjust the regular mirrors or the bigger part of the mirror like that. They are heated. Got our Ram plaque right there. Got the seat here at the front with a nice piping Laramie logo, and then all of the leather trim right here. Notice we've got the adjustment there on the side of the seat. Pedal layout down below, and then you guys can see that for the outlet in the rear, well, the bed rather. All of our light controls, pedal adjustments, the steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. And a year now. There we go. So here's our steering wheel in the Laramie. We've got nice leather all around the steering wheel with our gear limiter. We've got our cruise control on this side with the controls for the center, voice command, phone controls, all that fun stuff. Radio controls in the back. We have our column shifter, and that's all for the steering wheel. So here's the center gauge cluster. We've got RPMs on the left side. Over on the right side, you've got the speed, and then you've got like your DEF gauge over there as well. And then as for the center screen, they haven't really changed anything for the 2022 model year. So like you still get the off-road status, for example, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. But yeah, other than that, like it looks all the same. So we're not going to focus on that too much. Now we've got a 12 volts up there, and we've got our stability control here with the hazard light button. We've got analog climate controls on either side with our volume, and then our tune button on that side. And then you guys can see we've got the parking sensors down here to turn them off, tow haul mode, diesel exhaust brake, trailer brakes. Got our 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, and then our 4-wheel low as well. Alpine sound system, comes with the Laramie package, and then notice the dash is really nice, the leather and the stitching. And let's go to the infotainment system. So here is the new infotainment system, and I'm not sure which Laramie video I'm posting first because I also reviewed that night edition right there, and they both have this new screen. But anyways, this is the new infotainment system, so let's go over it. First off, if we pop it into reverse, this one has the 360 camera system, so you guys can see all of the different viewpoints with that. And then down here, you've got all of the different parts that you can go into as well. And then notice we have the trailer reverse guidance. And then also, like I said, cargo camera, side cameras, which trailer reverse guidance is what that is marked as. And then notice we got the zoom function right there. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from a camera perspective. So we'll go back to the screen. The one thing that I'm annoyed with this new screen is just how the climate controls work. So you can do the buttons to increase or decrease the temperature. You can also do these little buttons right here. But then if you want to like slide it like before, you have to hold down and then notice it'll kind of illuminate, and then you can slide it down. But it's not as easy as it was before, because sometimes if you don't touch it right, like it doesn't just grab. But it's not horrible, but it's not as intuitive as like the previous system with the climate controls. Aside from that, response time on the screen is great. Everything still looks really nice. And then I like the tabs down here, how they're labeled now. So like vehicle, for example, and I can just go to off-road if I want to see off-road stuff here with the truck, which I think that's neat. And then you have your apps, which you can order A to Z, Z to A. You can go to categories, recents, favorites, all that fun stuff. So this is all really easy to use. And yeah, that's the new infotainment system. So here's our center console. Opening it up, you guys can see we've got the coin holder, got the USB, all that fun stuff. We've got cup holders, and then we've got more storage underneath the seat. We've got storage here in front of the seat because this one has a bench seat. Sorry, my fingers are cold, so it's kind of hard to open up things. And then notice we've got all the USBs. We've got a full power outlet. And then we do have the glove boxes. Definitely nice, says Laramie on it. Got nice leather and stitching on the dash, which I already mentioned, so we're going to kind of pretend like I didn't just double mention that. Powered sliding window. And then notice that we have the camera mirror, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of. And yeah, that's all. So there's a ton of glare, it's hard to see the window sticker, so I'm just gonna tell you guys the price, $73,760 for the total MSRP. Let's take it out and drive it. Well, let's go over visibility before we set off. There's your visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So setting off in the 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie, and I'm not sure which Laramie video I'm gonna post first, to be completely honest. I'm thinking night edition, because I filmed that one first, but we'll see which one I post first. Anyways, let's talk about the 2500. So first off, the thing that I love about this truck compared to its competitors is the fact that it uses a coil suspension. Yeah, there's some benefits and downsides to, you know, that system, and then also leaf springs as well. But the thing I love about the coil suspension is the fact that it's so smooth and the back end doesn't jump all over the place, and it just gives you a really good driving experience overall. So I think that is a huge positive. Like, especially going over this stuff, like it just soaks it up and it feels great. Aside from that, the truck's quiet, it's comfortable, the seats are comfortable, the bolsters are really wide, so it's just like it's a really comfortable seat overall. And yeah, that's kind of like the initial part of the truck. We are going to be getting our acceleration up here, and then also I want to show you guys kind of how tight these heavy duty Rams can turn. Look at that. It's like a sports car. Torque for years. Don't even think about it, Infinity. Don't even think about it. Anyways, yeah, acceleration is strong. You guys know my opinion on this. I think 850 pound-feet of torque is more than adequate. Anything above 800 pound-feet is kind of overkill from a daily driver perspective, but you know what? I'm okay with the crazy power figures nowadays. So yeah, acceleration is great, and it gets good grip. I mean, it's a cold, rainy day today, and tires aren't spinning out or anything, which is fantastic. Can't be said for the Ford and Chevy. Those things would be roasting through their tires, especially the Ford, which some of you guys might like that. But anyways, let's sum things up, give this truck a rating. First off, exterior wise, now this is going to be subjective. I'm not as big of a fan of like the chrome stuff, but I understand a lot of you like chrome because it holds up better over time than body painted bumpers and all that. And you know, some of you just like the chrome look, so I understand that. So I'm going to say that this is still a good looking truck, and also the chrome adds practicality because it holds up better than body painted bumpers and all that. Moving from that to the interior, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Laramie interior. In this heavy duty truck segment, it does fantastic. So yeah, it's top of the class, pretty much. Now, aside from that, technology is great. There's tons of safety tech you can get this with the camera system, the mirror camera, all that fun jazz, trailer guidance, everything. So yeah, great from that perspective as well. Driving perspective, it's very smooth, it's quiet, feels like a luxury heavy duty truck, especially with that coil suspension, so that's solid. The engine's fantastic. I think it's more than enough, but I understand that some of you guys might complain that Ram doesn't offer the ISIN transmission with this, because you know, with Ford and Chevy you can get their highest power output with the diesel in the 2500 series trucks, and so it's kind of like Ram isn't, they're obviously competitive with them, but they're not necessarily like fully competitive with them from a powertrain perspective, because you can buy like a Ford F-250 with 1,050 pound-feet of torque, 200 pound-feet of torque more than what this has. So I understand that. And with all that being said, I'm going to give this an equal score to what I gave the Night Edition. So I guess, spoiler alert if I post this video first, 8.5. Now, for me personally, it's an 8 because I hate chrome. But again, I understand the practicality on chrome, so I'm adding that extra half point for you guys. I'm doing it for you guys. So 8.5 to match the Night Edition. And yeah, that's the new 2022 Laramie. Now let's get some things up for a video on this 2022 Ram 2500 Laramie. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy for giving me some time with the truck. Check out the inventory link below. I'll see you guys.